love to do as a high effort girlfriend for my man to make sure that he is set up for the week. I like to make sure that he has food in the fridge. I like to meal prep for him. So I'll meal prep things that he likes and then things that allow him to hit his macros, protein goals, and fitness goals. We don't live together just yet, so I like to make sure that he has dinners that he can heat up for himself. Otherwise, I'd be cooking him fresh meals every night. I also like to make sure that he has a food map of the fridge of all the food I've made him with labels on it and instructions. So what I do is I take a photo of the fridge and then I'll put it into Instagram, and then I'll use like the little word labels to label everything for him, and then underneath it I will list all of the heating instructions for each one. Also, if my man worked in the office and didn't work from home, I would make sure that I packed his lunch every day, or I would have things in the fridge for him to take to work with him. So he'll be at work and he'll be thinking of you and being like, wow, my woman is so considerate. Wow, my woman loves me so much. I feel so loved right now, and it's going to make him want to work harder and provide an amazing life for you. I like to make sure that his workspace is clean, so when he wakes up he can just get to work and has a clean space. I'll just go in and kind of declutter it and make sure that he can just focus on what he has to do for the day. I like to make sure that his house is clean and do a full reset of the house every Sunday. So maybe sports are on, he's watching the football game, and I throw something cute on and I just clean the house, and he gets to watch me in something cute, clean his house, and he gets to watch the game. And I make him a whole game tray of food, which I love to do. I think it's so fun. I love to be his peace when he comes home and not a stressor. So I like to make sure when he arrives home or at his house and I get there before him, the house is clean, the bed is made. A clean space allows you to have a clear mind, and that's part of being his peace, is making sure his space is somewhere where he can feel at peace. Also, bringing up difficult conversations should be timed. You should time out when to bring up something that has been on your mind or something that has been bothering you. I like to make sure I'm not bringing up anything that's bothering me, not to put my needs on the back burner, but there's a time and place, and I want to make sure that I have his full attention, and we can talk about it when he's not stressed already. I love to make sure that he has clean clothes for the week, so I do his laundry. Usually I'll do a wash on midweek on Wednesday, and then usually before the weekend, and then maybe right before the week on Sunday. He likes specific outfits for tennis, so I like to make sure he has those clean and folded or hung up in his closet. And this is such a little thing as well, but I feel like it goes a long way. Every time I go over, I like to hang up a new towel for him. So before he gets in the shower, I'm like, babe, I just hung up a new towel for you. I just hung up a fresh towel for you. I feel like guys don't change out their towels, so I just like to make sure it's changed out for one. And two, I feel like it's just nice and it feels good. And okay, this is such a little thing, but it goes such a long way. Every night before bed, I love to make sure that he has a glass of water on his nightstand so he doesn't have to worry about it. I always like to make sure that I have a dessert for after dinner, and he kind of likes to eat that while he watches a movie. So I'll make banana bread, or I'll make him some cookies, or if we're trying to be healthy, I have these Magnum bars that I've made with banana, date, and PB2, the peanut butter, and dip in chocolate. It's so good. Oh, and in the morning before he gets to work, I like to make sure that he has water at his desk along with a coffee. If there's anything that I can do to help take things off his plate during the week, I will absolutely do that, whether it's running an errand, walking the dog, buying pet food, going to the store, getting him socks and boxers, whatever it may be. I want to make sure that I can assist and help him, not even think about those things. My man plays a lot of tennis, so one thing that I love to do is make sure he has extra water bottles and some fuel. Like I get the Honey Stinger little pre-workout things just for him to have a quick snack. I just stock the fridge up with things that he can grab and go real quick and have a successful match. I'd love to give him massages. I think it's so important for a man's mental and physical health to get a massage at least once a week. If it were up to me, I'd be doing it like 3 times a week, just because I want to maintain his back and make sure that he's feeling good and feeling his best, especially since he has a high stress job and he plays sports and he lifts. So I like to make sure that he is feeling good. My man also has a very stressful job, so I really like to make sure that he's as less stressed as possible. I hate to see my man stressed. I don't want my man stressed out at all. I want to make sure that his life is easy going and simple, and his job is stressful enough. He doesn't need me to stress him out. I like to make sure that I am his peace and I keep his peace. I feel like I'm not a very emotional woman, but I know we do have emotions. One thing that's very important is not to take it out on him. We're all allowed to have bad days. I've had bad days. I had a bad day last week, and one thing I love to do is just let him know, hey, I'm not mad at you. I'm just mad at this situation. And he made me feel better instead of me taking it out on him and escalating a situation that wasn't even his problem to begin with. I don't want to make more problems in his life. I don't like making him stress more than he has to with his job. I know this one is going to be controversial, but knowing when to shut up, knowing when to not talk, and knowing when to when he wants nothing in his ears because he's had a stressful day. Reading the room. I think reading the room is very important, especially if you guys are with each other for multiple days or you live together. I think it's important to know when your man kind of wants silence. I go do other things while he can just go and be in his own world. I'll bring food or a little snack or something to make him happy, and just a little kiss. I call him besos. I feel like knowing when not to talk is really good, especially during a game. If there's a high stress level game where it's important to him, I like to make sure that I'll just feed you and I'll just go clean the house, okay? Also, my man is super swaggy. He loves to get new shoes and gets all the fancy shoes. I'm not a huge brand name chick. I don't know brands and whatever, but he does. And so I like to make sure his shoes are clean. If you're gonna spend money on a nice pair of shoes, I want them clean and I want you looking good. Also his hats, sometimes my makeup brushes up on his hats. Just take a makeup wipe and clean them off. Another thing that's super important is I like to make sure that I'm staying good looking for him. A lot of people, they'll kind of lower their effort as far as looks go once they're in the relationship, to make sure that I'm dressed nicely, I put on cute outfits, I'm going to the gym. I like to make sure that I am looking good for my man. Another thing is, for the respect, is I'm not posting thoughty photos, bikini photos, thirst traps. I only want my man to see that, and I only want his compliments. I care for no one else's male attention. I really don't. If you feel the need to post bikini pics, sometimes you have a cute bikini or a cute fit and you want to post it. I have my close friends on my Instagram, and I just post that for girls only. And those are the girls that I know. So if I feel the need to post something like that, only my girlies are seeing it. Also, he's the only guy on my close friends list. So I think that's so funny. I love to surprise him with little gifts. So if I see something that he likes, I'll make sure to get it for him and bring it to him and say, hey, I appreciate you. Whenever we're together, I do make him fresh meals every night, and I love to serve it on a cutting board with a steak and all the sides, and it's just nice and presentable, and it makes him feel like a king. I want my man to feel like a king. I'm usually at his house twice a week and then all weekend. So during the weekends, he gets all the nice dinners, unless he takes me out to a really nice dinner, which he's really good at. That is the dynamic everyone is looking for, okay? Woman spoils you, you gotta spoil her back. And he does a great job of doing that. So I love spoiling my man. It's so fun. Whenever he wants the boys over or friends over for dinner, I love it. I will cook up a storm. He can hang out with his boy, and I make them both food, and they can sit, watch the game, or, whatever they're doing. I like to make sure he feels the most respected, admired, and capable man in the room, and I want him to know it. So I love to give him compliments, not because I have to, because I want to, and because he makes it so easy to do. Giving your man praises is so amazing, and I bet he just gives it right back to you. My man praises me, I praise him. We have such a good relationship. And mind you, these aren't things that he's asked me to do. It's just something that I do because I respect him. I've dated people that I absolutely do not respect, and I did not feel this way. I had a 4-year relationship where I did not respect that man at all. And it's because he wasn't respectable. But once you have a man that you can respect and that is respectable, oh my goodness, what a game changer. And you better spoil that man and make him feel loved, appreciated, admired, and respected. My man has never not once asked me to do any of these things for him. I just want to, because I want to see his life be seamless, be stress-free, and just be better with me in it. And I'm not saying that it's not better with me in it without these things, but I like to make sure that I'm kind of with him every step of the way. And I want to see him succeed, grow, and, even if your man's reached a certain level of success, keeping up with these things will keep that momentum going. It's little things and little considerations that really enhance your relationship and make him feel loved, cared for, and considered. If you want to be a high-effort girlfriend or a high-effort wifey, I call it wifey altogether because you don't need a ring to be wifey. You can do wifey things without the ring, and that is how you get to the wifey stage. Get the Call Her Wifey playbook. It tells you everything that you need to know. It's a whole guide playbook. It gives you over 69 recipes. It gives you tips and tricks on cleaning, recipes, game day ideas, game day food ideas, things that you can do around the house, things that you can do to spoil your man. And I promise you, if you spoil him, he's going to spoil you. You pour love into him, he pours love back into you, and you guys create the life that you want. If you help your man reach a certain level of success, he's going to pour that right back into you. So making his life easier will allow you guys to have an amazing life together. And this is great for you women that don't know where to start with this. It tells you everything that you need to know. Even if you're a single woman, this will give you all the information that you need to show what you bring to the table and what you could bring to the table and what you're looking for in a relationship. Because if you're looking for a man that you want to respect you and you want to build a life with you, these are the things that they are looking for. A high value man is looking for these qualities in a woman, and a woman that makes his life easier, not harder. I know a lot of you ladies out there hate the question, what do you bring to the table? But I'm so sorry. Looks in a cute outfit are just not going to cut it. Your man can walk out on the street and find that in 2 seconds. You want someone that feels like home, someone that feels like peace, someone that feels like he can build a life with. So if these are things that you want to learn how to do, definitely get the Call Her Wifey playbook, all things wifey. It's over 100 pages. It'll tell you everything that you need to know, from cleaning hacks to cooking, recipes to peace habits, making sure that your man has a happy, successful life with you along by his side. The Wifey playbook also is not just for him, it's for you. There's a Wifey glow up section in there where it teaches you how to do self-care and how you can have your own glow up while you are glowing up alongside your man. It also teaches you how to do the fridge map. If you are not with your man every day of the week, you can leave him with some food, dinner ideas, date ideas. My favorite feature of this playbook is that it has a grocery list with every recipe that you can either screenshot, or you can just take the guide into the grocery store and you can get all of your ingredients, which is really nice because sometimes you forget things. It's the worst when you go to the store, get everything you need, and then you find out you don't have everything that you need to make the thing that you need to make. And this playbook is for the women who want to, not have to, okay? Let's get that straight. Because you want to spoil your man, because you want to build a life with him, because you want to see him succeed and become an amazing provider for you and your family, whatever your relationship goals are, whether it's marriage or children. These are things that you should want to do so you guys can build a life together, help your man reach his successes, and be the woman that's by his side that helps him get there. So, go get it now. Get the Call Her Wifey guide. It's on sale right now.